Because I'm still participating in the Pixel Challenge, I do not wear my Apple Watch anymore. Don't know if you've noticed, that really bad tan line is real, but basically ever since the Apple Watch came out, day one, series 0, we called it the Apple Watch Sport back then, I have been wearing an Apple Watch every single day of my life. I've become used to it, I've become accustomed to it. My arm even somewhat looks like it's adapted to the fact that there will always be a watch on that same part of my arm every single day. And now that I've participated in the Pixel Challenge, I've got a full week with finally not wearing the Apple Watch, which has been an interesting experience, and I was hoping today I could share that experience with you. Now, I want to make one thing very, very clear from the beginning. I'm sure a ton of people are saying, Drew, just because you're using the Pixel doesn't mean that you don't have to wear a smartwatch. Why don't you go out and buy a new smartwatch? Why don't you get an Android Wear watch or a Samsung Gear watch? Why don't you go replace it with something else? To which I'm responding, I'm not blaming Google for this. I'm not blaming the Pixel Challenge for this. I just think that, Google themselves don't sell smartwatches, so they think it's fine for most people to just use their phone. A lot of people who prefer the Pixel oftentimes see the Apple Watch as, yeah, that's cool, but I don't really need it. And I thought it'd be interesting for me to use a product every single day and then suddenly cut to me not using that product every single day for your entertainment. So this is more for you. I completely understand. I could go buy a watch and probably fix a lot of the differences I'm noticing in my day-to-day. That's not the point of this video, though. It's not supposed to be Apple Watch versus Gear S3. It's just supposed to be Apple Watch versus now living life without an Apple Watch. And I will say, I don't like it as much. Not surprisingly, there's a lot of noticeable drawbacks to not having a smartwatch on your wrist anymore that do honestly start to bother me, because you start to use your technology and use your ecosystem very differently when you don't have that tiny, tiny computer attached to your wrist, to the point that I took for granted all of the times I'm actually using the watch. Sometimes when I was wearing it, I would ask, like, do I really use this though? How often is this really handy? But I leave it on there because I like having the option to read notifications that way. But switching to the Pixel, I've really noticed how much I kind of enjoy and how much the Apple Watch being on my wrist relaxes me. So for instance, notification management I still think is the best thing that the Apple Watch offers. So when I get a notification and it's on my phone now, with the Pixel 3, it may buzz, it may light up, but it could be on the other side of the room, it could be on a different part of the house, and I'm still not exactly sure what the notification is. See, before, my iPhone could be on its charger, it could be at a different house. As long as my watch was within Wi-Fi range, I could get notifications that my phone was getting on my watch, and I didn't have to go over to the phone, stop what I was doing, whether I'd be watching something on the couch or eating dinner, and be like, hold on a second, let me get my phone out of my pocket. Who just texted me? What's going on? The act of being able to glance at a watch and get the information that way versus being able to pull your phone out of your pocket, while it may seem like a very small difference, it is something that we're doing constantly throughout our day. We are constantly getting notified, people trying to contact us, or our work is trying to let us know information, and not having the smartwatch makes it incredibly difficult to know if something just alerted you that's extremely important or extremely mundane. Now, Android, I don't think is the best at notifications because they will notify you for the tiniest things compared to iOS. Like, I drove to a Best Buy and left, and then I get notified, how was your Best Buy experience? Why don't you leave a review at Best Buy? And I'm like, Google, shut up. I don't need that right now. Or sometimes it'll just alert you the weather and be like, this is how hot it is. And I'm like, why are you telling me that? I'll check if I want to know. But what it results in is a lot of the time your phone lighting up or your phone buzzing, and you think, oh, someone may be trying to contact me. This could be important. This could be crucial. Do I need to pull out the phone or not? And the watch helps a lot with that because mundane notifications, at just a glance, you see what the notification is and go, that's not important right now. I can address that later. Or this is really, really important. This is critical information that I need to address quickly. So I think the notification management is actually the biggest loss I have now with this 30-day challenge of not having the watch, along with switching to the Pixel 3. So, before, if I was busy or I was doing something and I couldn't really reach into my pocket and grab my phone, someone was calling me, for instance, I could answer it on the watch. The Series 4 has a pretty loud speaker and is able to hold a basic phone call fairly simply. Whereas now, I think that bizarrely, having a smartwatch on your wrist actually frees you from technology a little bit more. A lot of people would assume that, oh, buying a smartwatch, you're going to be on it all the time. And now you've literally got your phone attached to your wrist and you're always busy, you're always interacting with your phone, you're always talking to other people, you're always texting. Actually, I think having an Apple Watch means that you don't have have to be constantly thinking, where's my phone? Where do I get to my phone? Do I have messages? Has that one company emailed me back, or has this person contacted me back yet? Having the smartwatch eliminates that stress. I'm communicating with a lot of people right now because, you know, there's wedding planning going on. There's a evacuation in Paradise where a lot of my in-laws live. So there's a lot of communication that's going down right now, and not having the Apple Watch means that I have to definitely make sure that my phone is on me at all times. But I'm also getting notified of very, very tiny, minuscule things, and it's difficult because you get the buzz, you get the notification, and you're like, is this the important message I was waiting for? And then it turns out, no, this was just some weird email that some company wanted to contact you with. So I found that quite interesting. The fact that attaching a computer directly to your wrist in a way actually makes you feel more free from technology opposed to not having it there, which means that you're worried about what's going on in the world. So you're constantly going, where's the phone? Let me get to the phone. Let me pull it out of my pocket. Let me make sure I'm always using this thing, which isn't a great way to live. You know, it works, obviously. I'm not saying I can't live without my smartwatch. I'm fine. I can breathe. I can be happy. I can enjoy life. It's just a little bit more tedious than just having a smartwatch would easily be. To the people asking which Android watch I should buy or if I should get an Android watch for this competition, that's okay. I don't really want to. If anything, I want to kind of even out this tan a little bit first. And for the record, I am not blaming Google. I'm not blaming the Pixel for saying, you guys don't think smartwatches are good. I notice that during Google events and most events, there's always someone wearing a smartwatch. So Google understands the advantages. They know that having a smartwatch is better than not having a smartwatch. So I'm not blaming them for that. I just thought while I'm doing something different this month, might as well mix it up a little bit more, given Apple Watch cannot pair to the Pixel 3, so why wear it anyway? Why activate cellular just for that reason? And I have to turn off iMessage on there to get SMS text to work on the Pixel anyway. So regardless, that's my experience so far of not having the Apple Watch. I miss it. I loved having it there. It made life feel a little bit more free, and it made life feel a little bit more free, and contacting people, managing notifications was definitely not as tedious as it is right now, where I'm always jumping to the screen and going, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Whereas before, I really wasn't as tedious about that. I wasn't as worried. So if any of you guys weren't an Apple Watch for a prolonged period of time and then forgot it for a vacation trip, or let a friend borrow it so you lived without it for a long time, let me know about your experiences down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. This is your Albert Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.